Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing...
In this bulletin, immigration law review, new dialysis center, and roadworks progressing well.
The studios of FBC Suva.
And Rubinaka, Fiji. The government, through the Fiji Immigration Department, is reviewing primary laws on migration. This has been highlighted by the Fiji Bureau of Statistics Chief Executive Kemueli Naingama. Naingama says the review includes the Immigration Act, Passport Act, and Citizenship Act. Kritika Kumar reports.
Naingama says Fiji has ratified some migration-related international conventions.
Fiji has ratified and adopted most key migration-related international conventions, which have been translated into domestic law.
The Immigration Act provides the process for migrant workers to apply for permits to allow them to be documented and be employed in Fiji.
The annual number of permits has fluctuated from about 7,400 in 2013 to nearly 23,500 in 2017. Over the past 7 years, 1/3 of those permits were issued to visitors, visitor permits and visitor extensions.
Meanwhile, Immigration Act 2003 also provides for offences of human trafficking and people smuggling. The Chief of Mission for International Organization for Immigration says, since 2010, at least 25 incidents of human trafficking has been investigated in Fiji.
Fiji is a source, transit and destination country for human trafficking.
Kanta adds more than 3,900 people were estimated to have overstayed their visa between 2013 and 2019. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Fijians with a household income of less than $30,000 per year will only have to pay $75 for dialysis treatment at the National Dialysis Center and Kidney Research Center in Andera. Those earning $30,000 or above will have to pay $150 per treatment. Health Minister Dr. Ifrimi Wanganambete confirms the new center will be commissioned in the next few days. These dialysis machines were installed last week and are currently being tested before patients can start receiving treatment.
As you've been briefing us, that hopefully next week you'll begin to start testing the machines using the reverse osmosis, and then you can then begin to bring patients here.
Dr. Wanganambete has also hit out at opposition MP Lenorang Gernger Tembua, alleging that she is trying to tarnish the image of the center.
A lot of questions still left to be answered. For example, when is it going to be open for dialysis?
There's been some discussions that happened in Parliament and also in social media that this center has been gathering dust. And I think it's so important for us to understand today that it hasn't been gathering dust. We have people such as Mr. Kutsuki, our biomedical engineers, working above and beyond what is expected of them to make this dialysis unit functional.
The minister says they will continue to provide this essential service in the northern and western divisions.
The nephrologist that's based here in Andera and also the one in Lotoka have identified the patients who may actually need dialysis. They've been in contact with them, they're seeing them in their clinics, giving them the relevant medicines, we've registered them.
The Health Ministry last year spent over $100,000 to facilitate dialysis treatment for about 830 patients. The new center is expected to receive at least 10 to 20 people per week. Chosay Nanuga, FBC News. The civil works at the subdivision development in the Huilibu by China Railway Group was expected to complete in September 2019. However, local government minister Primila Kumar says this has been delayed due to the rainy weather. The China Railway First Group Fiji Company Limited was awarded the tender on 1st December 2017. Kumar says the civil work is now expected to be completed by May this year. However, approximately 90% of the civil work has been completed.
We are experiencing a lot of rain in Suva, and that causes delay because the site is all about cut and fill. And when it rains, it becomes too muddy, and of course the work has to be stopped.
The police have confirmed they have received permit application from the Fiji Trades Union Congress to hold a national march on May 1st. FTUC National Secretary Felix Anthony has released a statement confirming that they have lodged an application for a permit to march and hold a rally in Suva. Chief of Operations ACP Abdul Khan says the application has been received and they will conduct the necessary and processing and screening. He adds a decision will be relayed back to the applicant once the application has been stringently looked at. The permit has to be approved by police in order for the march and rally to proceed on May 1st, which is recognized as International Day for Workers. Fiji Roads Authority is progressing with road improvement in the Central and Western Division. In the Greater Suva areas, FRA contractors are working on Kanade Road, Ratumara Road, Moala Street, Grantham Road, Nailobo Road, Kalsa Road, Loboni Road, Wunakeve Road, Kalo Crescent, Nokonoko Road, Hutua Road, Vishnu Deo Road, Rochdale Place, Baka Place, and on the street. The authority is also carrying out resurfacing works in the Western Division from Queens Road, Yako Village End to Yako Seaside Road Junction. Fijians are advised to continue to expect at least 90 minutes peak hour delay on the Suva-Nosori corridor. FRA is also concerned with reckless driver behavior along active work sites and is requesting motorists to obey all road signs and drive within the speed limits to avoid any incident. The Electoral Commission has presented its 2020 annual report to the President ahead of it being tabled in Parliament. EC Chair Suresh Chandra and other members of the Commission met with President Tiochu Konrote at State House. Chandra says the Commission report contains all the activities for the last financial year. He adds the report will become public once it is tabled in Parliament. Up ahead, Baby wants to see more in local tournaments. And Green Valley out to fight drugs. Stay with us.
Oira na ngone no de nunu ena be singa ni mataka.
Mersi sunga da kena loma dina kena be karon.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina no na baksa ngai ka wala loma taki na ngone. Dalo bina oya o meliki.
Bulre oya o Samuel Samuli.
Nama ki rau ena be mataka.
Oni ti kena bakarombuka.
Ni wai tiri kalima na miniti me ono kina tiri na kaloko. Ena Radio Fiji One na ndomo ibiti.
Inda pina na mataka. Dan ramai na singabo.
Welcome back. Lambasa Football has retained the Pile Government's Champion vs. Champion Series title. The Ravnil Pratap coach side defeated Suva 2-1 at the ANZ Stadium yesterday. The Bambasing Alliance opened the account just before the breather after Malon Taihoa brilliantly headed the ball into the right-hand corner of the net from a beautiful free kick by Sitiveni Rakai as the Reds led 1-0 at halftime. The capital city side increased the tempo in the second half as Remeuri Tekiate scored again in the second leg, rising to the occasion and getting the equalizer to make it 1-1. Veteran Taniela Wanga made his presence felt when he entered the field in the second half, scoring the winner for Lambasa in the second leg of the Pile Government's Champion vs. Champion Series at the ANZ Stadium. The physicality of games during both legs of the Super 7 series has raised many eyebrows. However, for National Sevens coach Gareth Bieber, this is expected especially during local tournaments. Bieber says the highly competitive atmosphere and performance of the teams is something that is of a norm to Fijian rugby.
This is more physical than HSBC, but I'd say that HSBC, you know, there's space on the field which teams are able to construct against each other. I think it's the way that we play against each other as Fijians. It's always physical. You know, I do think sometimes we can play the game at a better tempo.
Lautoka football coach Tangi Wonolangi is still searching for the perfect centre forward and striker combinations. With the Vodafone Premier League to start this week, Wonolangi hopes they will find the perfect combination to partner up with Seru Sinalombo. The side continues to use its friendly matches to touch up on their fitness.
Of speed. It's just a finishing, so we hope to iron that out and we hope that the two strikers come in local boys to partner up with Sai at the moment.
While most volleyball teams aim for a win in the Super Volleyball weekly meet, the Tamavua-based Green Valley team has big dreams. Apart from the exposure of playing some top teams, the team hopes to be a good example for youth in their areas who may be involved in illegal activities such as drugs. Talima Terkula reports.
The team, driven by a desire to end the use of drugs among youth, joined the Super Volleyball competition this week.
We all know every settlement has only a group of boys joined into this drug trend that's going on. And everybody's trying to smoke and peer pressure and stuff. Just hoping we could grab a few boys and show them that there's more to life than just drugs and alcohol.
Green Valley hopes this will be a platform to create awareness in the Tamavoiwai community.
But basically we're just trying to help the other boys from the hood to prevent them from doing all these drugs and stuff. We come and compete on Saturdays to help them build their morality and stuff.
This team will encourage young youths from our settlement come and join the team, help them from doing drugs. Drugs is a very big problem in our settlement. This team help us fight drugs.
The team won their first match against Nandera Red 2-1 at the LICI courts in North Alabama. Talima Terkula, FBC Sports.
Cloudy with some showers and isolated thunderstorms over Kandavu, the eastern parts and interior of Viti Levu, Vanuatu, Taveuni and nearby small islands. Elsewhere, fine apart from afternoon or evening showers and isolated thunderstorms. That's FBC Morning News. Join us at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For news you can trust, get the facts from the FBC's TV, radio and digital news at fbcnews.com.fj. Take care and good morning.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही हैं।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।